These are flying geese.
Wow.
Yeah.
Seashells. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I thought they were she's, I can't see it. That's what I thought they were also, until I finally bought it, and then realized, I was like, oh, this is a goose's head, its tail, and these are the wings.
So what is the price value on them?
Well, nowadays, it's hard to say, because prices are suppressed. I mean, $250. I mean, these are hard to find, really hard to find, so I wouldn't let that go for anything less than that.
Where did you find that one?
This was, I think on Craigslist, years ago. And the guy came from Missouri, bought it, and it's a miracle it made it because the box hugged the piece itself. You know? Yeah, he just had a little bit of bubble wrap around it and a box that just fitted. I was just like, this, I'm sorry. When I got it, and when I opened it up, I was just like, how did you make it here to my house? Unbelievable, unbelievable. So anyway, and you'll see other pieces in here also. The elephant down here.
No.
How cute is that?
Is that signed?
No, this is too small to really, this would have a sticker on it. This would probably be their 75th year anniversary. This is from around 1947. Now this is also, I guess, well, again, anniversary piece, 1947, 48. Then what I really wanted though, you can't see it too well in here, but I have one on the table, this is fishbowl. Basketball-sized fishbowl. And that's this piece over here. I think this is one of their signature pieces. It's a hand-applied fish on the sides. They call it a tropical base. So if you could see it, you would see seaweed floating on the sides. You've got the waves here, and you've got these fish are hand-applied on the sides. Right. And they also then make candle holders. This is really hard to find. I saw one in Chicago 7 years ago. It was in a Boco finish, which is a bubbly, bumpy finish, and it went for $2,000. Now, again, prices are suppressed. A piece like this, I wouldn't let it go for like $600-800. It's still around the market for this piece.
Where did you find it, Sean?
This was eBay. Yeah, I guess it belonged to a prominent politician in Florida. The ladies, that's the story she told me. And it had been in their house, and she was selling it. Her mother had ended up with it. She was selling it for her mother, and I ended up with it.
Saturday, design.
You know, well, this is, good question. I don't think this is in design. Yeah, I should mention too, Eric Olson, after Royal Haeger left, and another artist named Eric Olson, Swedish artist, I believe, was hired to take over design for Royal Haeger Pottery. And I love his designs. Royal Haeger is sort of a little strange, a little out of proportion, where Eric Olson, the designs are a little bit tighter, a little bit more muscular. And I believe this is one of his designs right here, just because of the way the fish look, the symmetry with the waves. That's what I believe it is. And later I can show you a photograph of the gentleman. I believe this is an Eric Olson design also. Again, because of the musculature in the animal. You see Hector's designs. I didn't bring a whole lot of Hickman here today. This, I think, is maybe a Hickman design, just because of the little goofiness of the little man on here, kind of stuff. But since I'm talking about Eric Olson now, I'm not going to go to this. His first lamp design was this piece right here. And this really shows you the kind of work that Eric Olson does. You know, I mean, nice detail. Symmetry. I found this in Dundee, Illinois. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I was just in the Milk Pail Antique Mall, that's called there. Yeah, upstairs. And when I saw it, I was just like, where's the other one? Because there's a mate to this, the female. It's called Imperial Mongolian Man. Yeah, this was a $125. I picked that up for it's.
Shade is pretty.
Isn't it? Yeah, that's what I wanted to make sure you saw these lit up, because that's also part of the magic of Haeger Pottery. They really worked hard on their shades. They also made sure that the finials that complemented the piece itself. These are their subdued shades. Their shades can get really crazy. I mean, they have felt all around the edges and all kinds of garnishes and stuff all over them. So they can be really gaudy, but these I thought were really cool. Another 50s lamp, probably Eric Olson design, and I have two of these, and I love the geometric design of this thing. Space age sort of look to this piece right here. This is also, this one here is part of, I think this is one of those pieces where it's hard to tell if it's Eric Olson or Royal Haeger, again, because of the design. And this is called their Dragon Ball. This was a piece I really wanted to find. I found it twice. The first time I found it, it was so strange looking. I was like, I'm not sure I really like this piece. And then as the years went by, I realized I really wanted this piece really bad. A real stylized dragon. That's the face. I think you can see that, the claws, the wings, the tail. During that period of time, in the 50s, Asian things were really big. And I was hoping to get more of them out, but there was a whole line of Asian pieces that went with this design. Ashtrays, planters. I just love it. It's one of those pieces I really love. Well, this is also part of that line. I guess I should talk about this. This is one of my favorite pieces. This, I think, is Eric Olson also. Because of the muscles. And you can see it, I think, design-wise, is similar to the polar bear over there in design. This is actually not a panther, it's called a mountain lion. And a glaze was usually done in was a sandy, sort of rough glaze, tan glaze. It certainly would look like a mountain lion. I just love this piece. I think if you're familiar with the panther designs back in the 50s, they had that real modern look to them. I think this captures it perfectly. Got that Art Deco look with the tail, Art Deco look with the head. Really hard piece to find. These are really, really rare. And I actually have a little funny story how I got it. And I think I'll move forward to this because this is how I got this piece. This is a Royal Haeger design here. And this is probably from 1940, probably excuse me. Well, you see it in 1940, 1948, you see this piece. Hickman was already gone by then, but this design he did. Really rare because of the tail here. They didn't make these very long. Obviously, as you can tell by the tail, these didn't last long. I mean, you ding them, the tails break off. And then they switched to the design that you see right here, with the tail curl like this. Certainly a Royal Haeger design. He's the one that probably started the panther craze back in the era. And he certainly did probably the best panther that was out there.
You're still making them.
They're still making it. Yeah, they're still making it today. You can tell if you've got a new one or an old one though, because if the ones they make now look like this, you can tell if you have an old one by this little V shape right here in the tail. The way they make them now, the tail comes up and goes right into the heel. You don't have this little V. So if you find a big panther like this and you see this one more little V shape right in there, then you know you've got an old Haeger panther. If it curls right into it, you know you have a modern one to be made. It'll probably be today.
Did you buy it that way with the lamp shape too?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll get to this story here in a little bit. These are, for me, and I love hearing people's stories of how you find things. That's really what I like. When I found this piece, I actually found two of these. I found a pair of these. They were spectacular. $175 for the pair. That was a steal. And I had a friend who had Bob Fleshner, I don't know if you guys know that name, huge Haeger collector in Illinois, huge. Probably 2,000 pieces boxed up in his basement. He had his piece. This was his. I got it from him. And I asked him, I said, hey, he said, if you ever want to buy it, I'm interested in buying it. And he said, well, I'm not really interested in selling it, but if you ever find a piece that I find interesting, maybe I'll trade you for it. So I said, okay. So unfortunately, he should have said that to me, because like every month I'd find a piece and I'd call him out. And finally, and I didn't take it personally, but finally, he just got tired of it. He said, John, he goes, I don't want to trade anymore for the piece. He goes, let's just drop it.